The Crow is here on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, released by Paramount. It can be found as a slipcover, a non-exclusive steelbook, and a Walmart exclusive steelbook available at your local and online retailers. Now, more than any other movie released that year, The Crow probably has the biggest influence on pop culture and cinema. The film also was the very first Laserdisc I ever picked up, way back when I decided to invest in a home theater. The story, characters, and soundtrack, it all mixed together, putting its stamp on that moment in time. I like to think Brandon Lee would have had an amazing career, and it still saddens me we'll never see what could have been. The Crow on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray has an aspect ratio of 1:8:1 with native 4K resolution and supports both HDR10 and Dolby Vision. For purposes of this review, I will be discussing the Dolby Vision encode. If you've been following social media, you've probably heard that the transfer underwent a restoration for this 4K release. This being a Paramount title, the usual apprehension sets in. Will this be one of the studio's rare superb discs, or carelessly handed off to the B team who seem to love hitting the DNR button? Well, fire it up, because thankfully The Crow has been given the proper respect it deserved. What is usual and can't seem to be helped by the studio is the overall bit rates are somewhat weak, often hitting between the mid-30s and 50s on average. As such, image stability doesn't seem to suffer. With this being an inherently dark film, I was concerned that instances of artifacts or macro blocking would rear its head, but I struggled to see any dips in quality. Just to be sure this wasn't a benefit to watching the film in Dolby Vision, I switched over to HDR only, and I'm very happy to report no problematic image drops there either. Grain structure is very well preserved with no signs of smoothing or management. This is properly cinematic looking from start to finish. The source from the restoration is pleasingly free from dirt, specks, and most blemishes. The boosted detail with the 4K resolution convey excellent textures across the board. Close-ups reveal small nuances, Eric Draven's increasingly tattered clothing, facial features, and more defined set pieces. Back to the black levels. Night scenes are strong, deep, and don't suffer from any unnatural elevation. Shadow detail is also firmly on point. As for the film's palette, Dolby Vision succeeds in giving colors a more welcome refinement as opposed to a complete overhaul. Eric's flashbacks exhibit a piercing red vibrancy, fire illuminates the screen, and general primaries show a good boldness. Skin tones look natural, and whites show good stability. The Crow on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray supports a DTS 5.1 audio mix, as well as a German, Spanish, and French Dolby Digital 5.1, and an Italian Dolby Digital 2.0. I've always had fond memories of the Crow's Laserdisc audio track. Even back then, it was punchy, robust, though a bit more front-focused. Fast forward to 2024, the DTS 5.1 still manages to impress and doesn't seem to reinvent the wheel as far as the overall experience goes. Surround activity does manage to pull in some good bits of ambience and atmosphere. The gothic-infused soundtrack also adds to its presence. It's not heavy-handed in regard to output, but still noticeable to sharp-eared listeners. Dialogue reproduction is clean and easy to hear. The film has quite a few moments of chaos and still no problems to be found through the center. The LFE manages to pack some punch to it. Explosions, of course, move the needle successfully, but the variety of action sequences and the soundtrack certainly don't disappoint as the low end offers some heft continuously. A good majority of previous supplemental material has been ported over for this release. 2 archival audio commentaries make their way back to the new 4K. In addition, various featurettes, behind the scenes, and deleted footage, extended scenes all make a return. 2 new bits of content were added. The 3-part featurette, Shadows and Pain, Designing the Crow, runs about 24 minutes and features production designer Alex McDowell. It's a very good insight into the film and recommended for those starved for new Crow content. The second short is Sideshow Collectibles, an interview with Edward R. Pressman. For statue collectors like myself, this is a solid bit of info about the brand's Eric Draven pieces and how they approach its design. For the picture quality, I'm going to give The Crow on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray an A. I'm beyond happy that one of my favorite films from the 90s was given a great looking transfer. The source is clean, grain is on point, and the palette is nicely refined with Dolby Vision. This one is well worth the upgrade. For the audio, I scored this one an A-. It's a bit of a shame that this wasn't given a new Dolby Atmos track, but the DTS 5.1 is more than serviceable. It's punchy and energetic with a pleasing 90s sound design at its core. It's a really well-rounded mix. For the extras, I scored them a B+. Mostly old content make a return with a few new pieces thrown in there. The new behind-the-scenes featurette with the production designer is a worthy entry and one most fans should enjoy. So that is my review of The Crow on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray from Paramount. If you're interested in picking up a copy for yourself, I will leave a direct Amazon link for the slipcover, the non-exclusive steelbook, and a Walmart link for their steelbook in the comments section. If you use them, they really help out the channel. But now I want to hear from you. If you have the Discardy, let me know your thoughts down below. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.